cord to the cloud. Wow, that was really loud in my head. Okay, welcome, happy March. So no more Warrior 3, well, at least not as intently as we did last month. We're gonna kind of explore crow this month. So a lot of squats, a lot of hip openers, and maybe some arm balancing if we get there. If we don't, no big deal, no worries. So let's get started. I anticipate a few more people wandering in, but let's try and stay on schedule for those of us that are here. So come to your comfortable seat and go ahead and do a little side to side, find your sit bones. Maybe do a little bit of a circle motion if that feels good for you. It's so nice that it is still light out. And then when you're ready, start to draw your spine up nice and tall in the center. And notice if your shoulders have gotten tense, where it's like towards the end of the day, and see if you can just relax them, let them go, let them melt, and let your palms rest on your legs, on your knees or your thighs. And it's up to you if you want to turn your palms down or up, your choice. And then if it's comfortable, close your eyes. If not, gaze softly somewhere out in front of you. Let's start by settling in, centering ourselves, taking some long, slow, deep breaths. So inhale through your nose. Try to count to 3 before you exhale. And then exhale out through your nose. Breathe in, feeling your rib cage expand. And breathe out, feeling it settle back down. Breathe in deeply, filling yourself up with fresh oxygen. And exhale out everything that already happened today. Breathe in peace and love. And exhale out peace and love. Take a few more breaths quietly at your own pace. Let your mind settle. Reach your arms out to the side. Bring your palms all the way up overhead. Let your palms touch. And on your exhale, draw your hands down in front of your face all the way to your heart center. Take a big breath in, and on your exhale, let your chin meet your chest. Take this moment to send peace out to the world. And on your next exhale, you can open your eyes. Maybe flutter your eyes open, lift your chin back up, reach your fingertips out to the floor on either side. Let your fingertips tent on the ground, and then from here, see if you can roll your shoulders. It's not going to be easy. It's a little weird and uncomfortable because you don't have the space that you normally do. So it's a little more constricted, and now try and roll in the opposite direction. Nice. Keeping your left hand touched to the ground, reach your right arm out to the side, and now rotate your palm up and back, finding space in your shoulder. And then when the palm is facing up, bring it all the way up by your ear, reach up taller, stretching through the right side of your body before you exhale and fold over to the left. Pressing your right hip, right sit bone down into the mat so you feel the stretch along the right side of your body, all the way down into the hip. Stay here for another breath. And then start to look behind you and look up. Slight rotation, looking behind you and looking back. Inhale your right arm up above you. Bring your left arm up to meet. Interlace your fingers. And now let your fingers act like they're pulling each other apart. And now you're going to draw a circle over your head. See if we can open up some space in the shoulders. We're only going to go in one direction. We'll go in the other direction on the next side. Just for those of you who like to be really even. All right, and now let your fingers break apart, float all the way down. With your right fingers staying on the ground, lift your left arm up, rotate your left palm to the sky, and then to the back, finding space in your shoulder. Maybe it feels a little bit better now. And then the next time your palm is facing up, lift your arm up so that the bicep is by your ear. Lengthen here, feel your spine grow taller, and then exhale, bend over to the right. Lengthen through the left side, press your left sit bone, hip down into the mat, finding space. Feeling the stretch. Take another breath here, and now look over your shoulder to the back. Look up to the ceiling. Look over your shoulder to the back. Look up to the ceiling. A couple more times. And then lift back up, bring your arms up, interlace your fingers over your head, and see if you can go in the direction that feels weird. Circling your arms around you. This might be a small circle, it might be a big circle. You're flossing your shoulders, feeling your shoulders rotate, the ball and socket rotate around in a way that you may not normally do. It's very good for shoulder health. Beautiful. And then release and let your arms come down by your side. This time, roll your shoulders, but keep your hands free. So they can be on your lap or maybe up on your shoulders, and see how much more space you can get. I like to roll mine one at a time, and now switch direction. Feels nice and good. Mine are snapping and popping a little bit. Wonderful. And now we will make our way into our tabletop position. So coming into our all fours, lining your knees up under your hips, lining your wrists up under your shoulders. Find your neutral spine. So we want to press our fingertips, knuckles, outer edges of our hands into the mat. Press your knees and shins, top of your feet into your mat. You're going to find a lift through your stomach area, like it's lifting the front of your body up to meet the back of your body. And it should almost feel like it's hovering or floating here. This is your neutral position. From here, we're going to inhale. We're going to let our belly button drop down to the earth as we open our heart gaze up. Exhale, lift the belly button up to the spine, up to the ceiling, rounding our backs, letting our head come down towards the floor. Inhale forward for our cow spine. Exhale back for our cat spine. Inhale forward. And exhale back. Come back to that neutral flat back. Reach your right foot back. Stretch your toes back. Saw back and forth over your leg. And then return the right leg, switch, extend your left leg back, saw back and forth over your leg. And return the left knee back. Maybe shake your hips a little bit side to side, take some circles, whatever might feel good. Walk your hands, one handprint forward. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up, peel your hips up, coming into your downward facing dog. Pedal your down dog out. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Breathe in. Take a step to the middle of your mat, and then take another step to the front of your mat. So see if you can do it in 2 steps tonight. Let your head hang heavy. Let your knees be bent. Coming into your deep, juicy forward fold. Maybe you reach for opposite ankles, opposite elbows. Maybe you want to explore reaching behind your legs, getting deeper into your stretch. Release your elbows and start to roll up one vertebra at a time. Coming all the way up to stand. Lining your shoulders up over your hips up over your ankles. Roll your shoulders again, 3 times back. And 3 times forward. Wonderful. And now reach your arms all the way up overhead so your palms touch. Open your arms into your V position. And then pressing into your feet evenly. Inhale, exhale, lean over to the right. Stretching through the left side body. Come back up to center. Lean over to the left. Come back up through center. And on your exhale, fold all the way forward. Coming into a forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, plant your hands. Step yourself back to plank. Pause here. We're gonna draw our right knee to our right elbow, and then we're gonna extend up to 3-legged dog. Inhale, drawing our right knee to our right elbow. Exhale, up to 3-legged dog. Inhale, right knee to right elbow. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Now we're gonna draw our knee all the way in, placing our right foot up by our right hand, coming into our low lunge. Lower our left knee down, untuck our left toes. Take a breath here, come up onto your fingertips, open your heart, find space. Press strongly into the bottom of your right foot so that you can reach your arms out and up, coming into your crescent lunge. Breathe here, think about squaring your hips to the front of the room, let your shoulders relax. And exhale, float your fingers down, curl your left toes under, step back to plank, drop your knees, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes, inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down, press up through tabletop, curl your toes to downward facing dog. Pull forward to plank. Left knee to left elbow, extend up to 3-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow, extend up to 3-legged dog. Left knee to left elbow, extend up to 3-legged dog. This time, bring your left foot all the way forward, place it by your left hand, lower your right knee, untuck your toes. Breathe here, feel the opening through the front of your right hip crease. Come up onto your fingertips, open your heart, gaze forward. And when you're ready, press into your left foot so you can find strength and stability to lift your arms up overhead. Drop your shoulders down. Think about leveling your hip, dropping your left hip down. It is toasty warm in here. And then float your fingertips back down, curl your right toes, lift your back knee, step your left foot back, drop your knees, untuck your toes, lower down, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, press through plank or tabletop to downward facing dog. Take 3 long breaths here. You can do this in stillness, or you can take some knee bends. Gaze forward at your hands, take a step and a step to the middle of the mat, and then a step and a step to the top of the mat. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, down by your side. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up, palms touch. Open them into that V shape. Inhale up, exhale, bend to the right. Come back up through center. Inhale, exhale, bend to the left. Come back up through center. Reach up, exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step yourself back to plank. We're gonna draw our right knee across our body to our left elbow. Extend our leg up to three-legged dog. Right knee across towards the left elbow. Extend up to three-legged dog. One more time, across the body, three-legged dog. Step the right foot up by the right hand, coming into your low lunge. You have the option to lower the back knee, or you can progress, keeping the back knee lifted. Come up onto your fingertips. Press strongly down into your right front foot. Make sure your right knee is over your right ankle. When you feel balanced and ready, reach your arms up, coming into your crescent lunge. Breathe here. If you need to bend your back knee for a little more stability and to level your hips out, please explore that. And now let your hands come all the way down to the mat. Step your right foot back. Breathe in, exhale, lower your knees, your chest, your chin, untuck your toes, baby cobra. Exhale down, press up through plank or tabletop to downward facing dog. Inhale forward to plank. Draw your left knee across your body to your right elbow. Extend the leg up behind you. Draw the leg across your body. Extend it up behind you. One more time, draw your leg across. Extend it up. And now draw the knee all the way forward. Float the left foot up by the left hand, coming into your low lunge. Again, you can definitely drop your right knee. Press down into all sides of your left foot. Make sure your left knee is over your left ankle. When you're feeling sturdy, reach your arms out and come on up to your high lunge. Breathe here. Bend the back knee if you need to level your hips. Nice. And then let your fingertips come all the way down. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower your knees, lower your chest and chin, untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale down, press straight up to plank or through tabletop to downward facing dog. Take 3 long, slow breaths here. Feel the breath cleanse your body. And then walk to the middle of your mat and step to the top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up, palms touch overhead. Exhale, your hands all the way down by your side. Take a resting breath. And now inhale, your arms back up overhead, palms touch, open up to the V. Inhale, bend to the right. Come back to center. Inhale, exhale, bend to the left. Come back to center. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step yourself back to plank. Breathe here, reach your heels back. Make sure your hands are under your shoulders. Draw your knee into your chest and then straight up behind you. Draw your knee straight in between your chest, straight up behind you. One more time, straight in, straight up to three-legged dog. Draw your knee all the way into your chest. Float your right foot up by your hands. You're in your low lunge. Take time to get your bearings, find your balance. Inhale your arms out and up, coming into your high lunge. Breathe here. Open your arms into your T position. If you're still feeling balanced, breathe in and twist to the right. Looking over your right shoulder if that's available. Take one more breath here and then cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Take a full vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or if you're ready, chaturanga, halfway. Upward facing dog. And we will all meet in downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Pull forward to plank. Draw your left knee straight into your chest. Lift it up behind you. Draw your left knee into your chest. Lift it straight up behind you. Last time, straight in and float it up behind you. Draw your knee all the way into your chest, float it up between your hands. Take a moment to find your balance. Bring yourself up to high lunge. Square your hips to the front of the mat. Take a breath here. When you have your balance, open your arms. Inhale, twist to the left. Woo. Make sure your hips are square, your inner thighs are working. Help you keep your balance. Press your right heel back. Press your left heel into the mat. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank, your choice of your vinyasa, or skip it all together. And we will meet in downward facing dog. 3 restful breaths. Try to find some stillness. And now walk to the middle and walk all the way up to the top. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. From this forward fold, I want you to heel toe your feet width of your yoga mat. So you're still in your forward fold, but now your toes are out wide. Heels are a little bit wider than your hips. And start to bend your knees and see if you can come down into a squat any length, any lower that you can. That didn't make sense. And then lift your hips back up. So maybe you can bend your knees and come down 2 inches. Maybe you can bend your knees and move your hips all the way down to the floor. I want you to explore for the next few breaths, coming down as far as you can. Maybe your heels come up off the ground and then lifting your hips back up. Keeping your hands on the ground or on a chair for balance. So we're getting into our hips. We're seeing where things are. One more. And we will all meet in our forward fold. Heel toe your feet so they're back underneath your hips. Inhale, flat back. Excuse me. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, scoop your arms all the way up overhead, palms touch. Exhale your hands down by your side. Take a moment here. You can close your eyes if that's comfortable. Consciously notice where your shoulders are. Can you relax them anymore? See if you need to slow your breath down. Maybe a deep inhale through the nose, long exhale through the nose. Let's build a little bit of a flow. Inhale, bring your arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step yourself back to plank. Lift your hips up, downward facing dog. 3 long breaths here. Reach your heels back. Check that your feet are hip distance apart. Check that your arms are long out in front of you. Your pointer finger is pointing away from you. Float your left leg up behind you. Bend your left knee, bring your left foot all the way forward by your left hand, coming into your low lunge. Turn your right heel down, pressing into the outer edge of your right foot. We're going to cartwheel ourselves open into our warrior 2. Beautiful. Doesn't that feel nice? So our left knee is bent, left knee is over our left ankle. Straighten the left leg. And then exhale, bend the left knee again. Inhale, this time bring your arms up overhead as you straighten your leg. And then exhale, back into warrior two. Stay here. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your front leg, peaceful triangle. Cartwheel all the way through to triangle, bringing your hand down to a block or your shin or the floor. Right arm straight up. Pause here. Engage your core, press into your feet, come all the way back up. Bend your left knee. Pause here, and now cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Go through your vinyasa of choice or skip it all together. And we will meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Slow breaths. Take the rest in between sides. Float your right leg up behind you. Draw your right knee all the way in. Slide your right foot up between your hands. Turn your left foot down. Press into the outer edge of your left toe. Reach your left arm forward as you cartwheel yourself up, coming into warrior two. Breathe here. Straighten the front leg. And then bend back into your warrior two. Straighten the right leg, bring your palms to touch overhead, and then exhale back into warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior, nice long stretch. Straighten your right leg, peaceful triangle. Cartwheel all the way forward, coming into triangle, right hand down, left hand up in the sky. Feel the rotation through your hips. One more breath here. Engage your core, lift yourself back up to stand. Now bend your right knee back into warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down. Step back to plank. Go through a vinyasa of your choice. And we will meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. One more breath. Float your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee all the way inside the left foot up between your hands. Turn your right heel down, reach your right arm forward, cartwheel yourself open into warrior two. Straighten your left leg, bend and soften your left leg. Straighten your left leg, palms touch overhead. Exhale back into warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Breathe here, straighten your left leg, peaceful triangle. Cartwheel yourself all the way down, coming into triangle, reaching your right arm up, twisting your torso, and then come up to stand. Turn your left toes so they're parallel, so you're now, both toes are pointing to the side of your mat. Bring your hands to your waist. Think about lengthening your tailbone, lifting up your spine, relax your shoulders. Your toes are pointing straight forward, or maybe like 11 and 1 o'clock, whatever's comfortable. But you're pressing into the outer edges of your feet, soft bending your knees, and start to hinge forward. Come about halfway and then squeeze your glutes and come back up. So you're taking a bow. Bow forward and come back up. One more time, nice and slow, bow forward. And this time, keep going past that halfway mark, letting the crown of your head reach down towards the ground. Maybe your hands release from your waist. They come to touch the ground. Think about lifting your hips up into the air. One more breath here. Bring your hands back to your waist. Come up halfway. And then come up the rest of the way. Turn your left toes to the front of your mat. Open your arms back into warrior two. Sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze. Warrior two, you're gonna cartwheel your hands down, coming into your low lunge. Press into your right hand, twist to the left, and then lower your left hand down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa, and we will all meet in downward facing dog. Nice. Take some slow breaths here. Resituate if you need to. Take a child's pose if you need to. And now float the left leg up behind you. Draw the left knee all the way in, slide it up between your hands. I'm sorry, that was wrong. Float your right leg up behind you and bring the right foot all the way up between your hands. That makes more sense. All right, turn the outer edge of your left foot down. Reach your left arm out and up, coming into your warrior two. Pause here. Straighten your right leg and exhale back down. Straighten your right leg, bring your arms to touch overhead, and then exhale back into warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your right leg, peaceful triangle. Cartwheel your arms all the way down and through, coming into triangle, reaching your left arm up. Breathe here, twisting through your torso. And then squeeze up to stand, turn your right toes in. So both toes are facing the long edge of your mat. Bring your hands to your waist. Breathe in. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lift back up. You're bowing. Exhale, your knees are slightly bent. You're building leg strength. You're building core strength. One more. Lift up, squeeze the glutes. This time when you bow forward after you hit that halfway point, you can keep going if that's comfortable. Letting the crown of your head come down towards the ground, letting your hands release from your waist. Maybe you rock your hips side to side if that feels nice. Now bring your hands back to your waist. Lift up halfway and then come all the way back up. Turn your right foot to the front of your mat. Coming back into your warrior two. Oh, we did this differently, but anyhow, cartwheel down. Plant your left palm, twist up to the right. And then bring your right hand down. Step back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will all meet in downward facing dog. Breathe here. Float your left leg up behind you. Draw your left knee in. Bring it up between your hands. Pause here. Turn your right foot down. Press into the outer edge of your right foot. Reach your right arm forward, coming all the way up into your warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Bend back into your warrior two. Straighten your left leg. Arms touch overhead. And melt back into your warrior two. Turn your left palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Come straighten your left leg, peaceful triangle, come all the way through, bringing your left arm down, right arm up, coming into triangle pose. Breathe here. Lift your torso back up, straight legs. Now you're going to turn your right toes out so that your feet are turned out. You might need to adjust your stance a little bit. Bring your hands to your waist and bend our knees, coming into a goddess pose or a horse pose. Feel free to bring your feet in if you need to. And stand back up. Bend your knees and then straighten back up. One more time, bend your knees Straighten back up. This time we're going to sit down. We're going to hold it here for a few breaths. You can do it. Building strength in your inner thighs. Bring your hands to heart center. Think about pressing your thighs open. Make sure your knees are over your ankles. Beautiful, everyone. One more breath, and then we're going to exit into warrior two to the front of our mat. Cartwheel your hands down into low lunge. Plant your right hand, twist to the left. If you want to continue into a supported side plank or a full side plank, experiment with that. And then come back to plank. Take your vinyasa, whatever feels right for you. And we will all meet in downward facing dog. Oh my goodness. I hear an ice cream truck. You know spring is coming in New York City when you hear the ice cream truck. One more breath here in downward facing dog. Float the right leg up behind you. Draw the right knee all the way and slide your right foot up. Turn your left foot down, reach your left foot forward, cartwheel yourself up into warrior two. Straighten your right leg and then melt back into your warrior two. Straighten your right leg, bring your palms to touch overhead. And then exhale back into your warrior two. Turn your right palm up, exhale back, peaceful warrior. Straighten your front leg, reaching back. And now cartwheel all the way through, coming into triangle. Left arm up, right arm down. Finding that rotation. Beautiful. Lift your torso back up, arms out wide. Turn your left toes out so you're facing the long side of your mat. Nice. And now bring your hands to your hips. Bend your knees, coming into your goddess pose. And then press into your heels, straighten back up. Bend your knees, lengthen your tailbone, shoulders over hips. Nice. And press back up. Once more, down, all the way up. Now this time we're going to come down. Bring your hands to heart center. See if you can find a spot where you can hang out for a few breaths. Think about lengthening your tailbone down to the ground. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Regulate your breath. As we exit this, we're going to come into warrior two to the front of the mat. Cartwheel your hands down to low lunge. Left hand down, right arm up to twist. And you can come into a supported side plank or a full side plank, or neither. Stay in the twist. And then come back to plank. Go through your version of your vinyasa. And we will all meet in child's pose. Yes. Such a nice place to be. Let your breath slow down. From your child's pose, come on up to tabletop. We're going to make our way down to our stomach, however you want to get there. With our arms out in front of us, forehead on the ground, legs extended behind us. We're going to inhale, lifting our chest and head up off the mat. You can leave your arms on the ground for the first set if that is better for you. And then come back down. Inhale, lift, pressing your arms into the mat, opening up through your chest. Exhale down. One more time, lift up, feeling your spine move. And then come back down. Let your arms relax. You can turn your head to one side. And take a few breaths. Maybe shake your hips out. For the next set that we're going to do, I encourage you to try and lift your arms up with your head, keeping your biceps as much in line with your ears as possible. So extend your arms back out in front of you, forehead on the mat. Inhale, lift your head and arms up. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, lift your head and arms up. Exhale, lower back down. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower back down. Bend your arms, maybe turn your head to the other side. Shake your hips out. Take a few breaths to relax. We're going to add our legs to this if that's available to you. If not, you can repeat any of the other two options we've already done. So extend your arms out in front of you, forehead on the ground. On your inhale, you're going to point your toes, lift your head, neck, toes, arms off the ground. Exhale, float back down. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, float back down. One more time. Inhale, lift everything up. Exhale, float back down. Take a breath here, rest your head. And now we're gonna, from here, just roll right onto our back. So however you wanna flip-flop, roll over, make your way onto your back. We're gonna place our feet so that our knees are in the air, our heels are under our knees, and our big toes are pointing away from us. So from here, we're gonna lift our right shin up so it's parallel to the ground. Make sure your lower back is connected to the ground, and then lift the left shin up to meet the right. So you're in a reverse tabletop. Your head, neck, and shoulders are on the ground. If you feel like you're more advanced and strong, you can go ahead and lift your head, neck, and shoulders up for this, but the rest of us will keep our head, neck, and shoulders on the ground. Now we're gonna place our right foot back down, and then we're gonna place our left foot back down. Lift your left shin up so it's parallel. Make sure your lower back is engaged with the floor. Lift your right shin up so it's parallel. Lower your right leg. Lower your left leg. Take a breath. Inhale, lift your right shin up. Lift your left shin up. Take a breath. Make sure your lower back is connected. Lower your left foot. Lower your right foot. So we want to find some core engagement before we go into our crow. We'll do another round. So lift your right foot up. Make sure your lower back is engaged. Lift your left foot up. You're using your abs. Lower your left foot down and lower your right foot down. Walk your feet to the edge of your mat. Go ahead and windshield wiper your knees a few times. And we're going to come onto our side and make our way into a seated position. Coming up into a seat, we are going to extend our right leg away from us. We're going to bring our left foot to place against our inner right thigh. We want to feel some opening through our inner hip here. Lengthen. And then just relax here. If you are like super bendy and flexible and this isn't really like much of a stretch for you, go ahead and add a little bit of a twist. And then come back to center, extend your left leg out. Draw your right foot into your left thigh. Breathe here. Feel the stretch on your inner left thigh. If you need a little more, go ahead, bring your left hand to your right knee and twist over to the right. And come back to center. Okay, we've done a lot of hip opening. We've done some core work. We've done some squats. Let's see if we can move into a crow. And we can take this as a practice tonight. So we have tons of time to work on this. So we're going to start in a squat. And I recommend a squat with your heels up. So it's more of a toe stand, I guess, than a squat. So come into this position, and this might be it for you tonight. And you might rock side to side. Maybe you even can lift your fingers off the ground, coming into a toe stand. And this is you're feeling your core engage, you're feeling some lift. Maybe you can play with lifting up and down. So that's stop one. That might be where you are, and that is fantastic. If you're ready to explore a little bit further, you're going to come into your squat. You're going to bring your hands out in front of you so that your knees come close toward your armpits. So you're going to plant your hands, lift your hips up into the air, keep your toes on the ground like you're wearing high heels, and start to shift your weight so you can feel the weight of your knees pressing into your triceps, and then rotate back down. Lift your hips up, bend your arms, rest your knees on the back of your triceps. You should feel the weight there, like you're just like, oh my gosh, how can I take this? And then come back down. So one of the tricks of crow is to always think about it as an abdominal workout. So you're lifting your belly button up. So the final step, if you're ready to try, is to come forward, gaze out in front of you, lift one foot up, lift the other foot up. If you have a block, you can even put your foot on the block as a starting point. You're lifting your belly button up to your spine. You're pressing your inner thighs. You're squeezing your inner thighs, squeezing your arms together. Take a few minutes to play with that on your own. We're going to be exploring this all month, so you have lots of time. Maybe you're hearing your toe stand. I'll bring a block next week so I can show you what I mean with the block assist. Try one more time, gaze out in front of you, get your knees up in your armpits, create the shelf with your tricep. Maybe you just float your toes just a tiny bit off, and then come all the way down. If you are super amazing and strong, which I know a lot of you are, you can try the next step to that would be to find that inner core strength, that belly strength, and then shoot your legs back straight into your plank. Go for it. Yeah, not my thing, but I want to give it to you as an option for something to explore. All right, go ahead and sit down. Let your feet come open into your butterfly position. I hope that crow brought you some joy. Maybe you could smile, laugh at yourself a little bit. Years ago, all right, move your feet out so you can let some of this all relax. I was living in New York, but it was definitely way before Alexander. It was pre-Kalahari. I was taking a yoga class, and I was just learning how to do crow, and I just did a face plant. I toppled all the way forward. I just hit my face on the ground. It was, I was a little embarrassed, but now I'm like, oh, whatever. I shouldn't have worried about that. All right, walk your fingers forward, coming into a forward fold. Because I wasn't using my stomach strength. Once I had a teacher that told me to think about in crow, lifting your belly button, not lifting your body, it really helped. It was like a string coming up from my back. Take another breath here. Let your head relax. And then roll up nice and slow. Bring your hands to the outer edges of your legs. Bring them up to connect. Stretch them out in front of you, coming into your tall seat. Sit up nice and tall. Draw your right knee in. Hug your right knee. Come into a deeper twist, a tighter twist. Last little wringing out. And extend the right knee. Draw the left knee in. Look behind you. One more twist. And slide both feet out with your knees slightly bent. We're going to slowly roll down. You can hold on to the backs of your thighs. Think about that count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Maybe you take a big stretch here. Maybe you want to take another reclined twist. Maybe you've got some happy baby in you. Hug your knees in, a little rock and roll. Stretch your legs. Take some time here to play around with any last thing you want to do. Chilling out, having fun. And then we're going to make our way into our Savasana. So extend your legs away from you. Extend your arms away from you. Let your head rest on the ground. Let your feet relax so they open left and right. Let your arms relax. Let your hands be neutral. We're going to do a body scan, and then we will do some muscle relaxation. So starting at your toes, scan up through your body, checking in. How's everything feel? Tell everything to start to relax. We're getting ready to slow down, go into pause mode. And then let that scan go from your head down to your toes, just making sure you didn't miss anything. Feel your breath slowing down. Now that you are moving into some stillness, take your energy, focus, and attention to your toes and your feet. Squeeze your toes, curl them in, tighten your feet, every muscle. Scrunch them, tighten them, squeeze them, and then let them go. Shake them out, let them relax. Move your energy and attention to your legs, to your calves, your shins, your knees, your thighs, the backs of your quads. Squeeze every muscle in your legs together. Feel your legs grow longer, straighter, tighter. Squeeze and then let it go. Shake it out and let them relax. Bring your focus and attention to your hips, to your glutes, to your butt. Squeeze all of that in, drawing everything in towards your navel, in towards your belly button. Squeeze your waist, tighten it up, and then exhale. Let it go. Let it relax. Bring your energy and focus and attention to your fingers, to your thumb. Place your thumb in the middle of your hand. Wrap your fingers around. Squeeze tighter, squeeze harder, squeeze your thumb, and then let it go. Let your fingers relax. Shake them out. Bring your energy and focus to your arms, to your forearms, to your elbows, to your biceps, your triceps. Tighten every muscle in your arms. Squeeze them into the bone. Lengthen your arms. Reach and then let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. Bring your energy and focus to your chest. Tighten your chest. Draw your shoulder blades in. Squeeze everything in towards your heart. Tighten it up, squeeze, and then let it go. Let it relax. Shake it out. Bring your attention to your neck and your shoulders. Tighten your neck. Tighten the muscles in your neck. Lift your shoulders up to your ears. Squeeze everything in. Tighten it up. And then let it go. Shake it out. Let it relax. Bring your attention and energy to your head and your face. Scrunch up all the muscles in your face. Squeeze your eyes tightly shut. Squeeze your mouth, purse your lips, scrunch your cheeks. Squeeze the top of your scalp and then let it all go. Let it relax. Shake it out. From the top of your head all the way down through every muscle in your body to your big toe. Tense, tighten, squeeze, engage, tighten it up. One more time, big inhale, squeeze it in, and then exhale, let it relax, shake it out, move into stillness. Start to deepen your breath. You're more than welcome to stay in the Savasana for longer. If you're ready to start to come out, reach your arms up overhead. Take a big stretch like you just woke up in the morning. And then wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Let your hips rock side to side. Slide your feet onto the mat and then roll onto one side, coming into a fetal position. Pausing here. And now using your hands, slowly press yourself back up to a comfortable seat, taking all the time that you need. Reach your arms up overhead, palms touch. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Bring your chin to your chest. Bow your head. Breathe in peace and joy. Breathe out peace and joy. Namaste. Thank you for letting me lead you through practice tonight, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you. Oh, Prince.